A quiet but powerful signal has just been sent from Ouagadougou, and many people did not notice how deep it really is. At a time when Burkina Faso is under pressure from security threats, economic hardship, and political tension, the country has chosen to do something that looks simple on the surface but carries heavy meaning underneath. By reshaping its government, cutting down ministries, and renaming key institutions, Burkina Faso is not just arranging offices. It is telling a story about power, purpose, and direction. And by the end of this video, you may see why this moment could matter far beyond Burkina Faso itself. Before we go deeper, here are three important things you will clearly understand by the end of this video. First, why reducing and renaming ministries is not just politics, but a statement of intent. Second, how this decision connects directly to Burkina Faso's growth, stability, and national mindset. And third, why this move could become a model for other African countries if they are serious about change. On Monday, 12th of January 2026, Burkina Faso officially announced a new government under Captain Ibrahim Traoré. The number of ministries was reduced from 24 to 22. 4 ministers were dismissed and 2 new officials were appointed. On paper, this may look like a routine governance, but context is everything. This announcement came just days after the government revealed that a coup attempt against Traore had failed. That timing matters because it shows that the restructuring was not done from fear or chaos, but from control and confidence. Reducing the number of ministries is often presented as cost-cutting, but in Burkina Faso's case, it is also about focus. When government becomes too large, they often become slow, confused, and disconnected from the people. Too many ministries can mean overlapping roles, wasted resources, and endless bureaucracy. By trimming the structure, the government is sending a clear message: fewer titles, clearer responsibilities, and more direct action. One of the most symbolic changes was the merging of the Ministry of Infrastructure and Land Access with the Ministry of Housing and Urban Planning. These were combined into a new Ministry of Homeland and Construction. This name is not accidental. Homeland construction speaks to rebuilding the nation from the ground up, not just with roads and buildings, but with identity and ownership. It suggests that development is not just technical work, but patriotic work. For a country fighting to secure its territory and dignity, that language matters deeply. Another major merger brought together agriculture, animals, fisheries, environment, water, and sanitation into a single ministry of agriculture, water, animal, and fisheries resources. This move reflects reality on the ground. Farmers, herders, and fishermen do not live in separate ministries. Their lives are connected to land, water, climate, and survival. By merging these sectors, the government is admitting a simple truth: growth in Africa cannot happen when food, water, and the environment are treated as separate problems. Then come the renamings, and this is where emotion and ideology enter the room. The Ministry of Civil Service, Labor, and Social Protection is now called the Ministry of Servants of the People. This is a bold shift in language. Words shape behavior. When officials are reminded that they are servants and not masters, expectations change. Citizens begin to demand humility, accountability, and results. This name alone challenges the old culture of the distance between the government and the governed. The Ministry of Defense and Veterans Affairs was renamed the Ministry of War and Patriotic Defense. Some people may find this language strong, but it reflects the reality Burkina Faso is facing. The country is at war with insecurity, terrorism, and instability. Calling it patriotic defense ties national security directly to love of country. It reframes defense not as privilege or power, but as duty. The Ministry of Justice and Human Rights was simplified to just the Ministry of Justice. This change suggests a focus on enforcement, clarity, and authority of law at a time when the state is trying to reassert control. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Regional Cooperation, and Burkinabe Abroad became simply the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, signaling a streamlined external focus. And the Ministry of Humanitarian Action and National Solidarity was renamed the Ministry of Family and Solidarity, shifting attention from emergency response to long-term social unity. So, why does all this matter for growth? Because growth does not begin with money. It begins with structure, mindset, and clarity. When a government knows who does what, when ministries reflect real life, and when language aligns with national goals, efficiency improves, resources are better managed, decisions are faster, and trust slowly rebuilds between the state and the people. For Africa as a whole, this moment is important. Many African countries struggle with oversized government, duplicated ministries, and borrowed systems that do not fit local realities. If more African countries follows Burkina Faso's example by simplifying governance, aligning ministries with real needs, and using language that restores dignity and responsibility, the continent could unlock a new kind of progress. Not progress based on copying others, but progress based on self-definition. This is not about praising any leader blindly. It is about recognizing a shift in thinking. Burkina Faso is trying to govern differently, not perfectly, but deliberately. And in Africa today, deliberate leadership matters. If you believe Africa's story deserves to be told with depth, honesty, and courage, then Africa Unchained is your home. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and stay with us as we continue to follow real changes shaping the continent's future. Africa is not waiting. Africa is changing.